Hi everyone, Ebba here. It's been a day. I had this eye had a laser hole put in it to try and release some of the pressure in it and get the pressure down. So I'm not feeling great. It was a tough one. Other people were going in, and within 2 minutes they were back out of the little room, but not me. No, mine had to be tough. It was hard to drill through whatever, fire through. I don't even know what to call it. It was hard for him to get through. So I actually at one point, after he'd been working on me for more than 5 minutes, he said, "I'm going to let you rest. Your eye needs to rest," and you can kind of see that my eye is really tired. But he said, "Your eye needs to rest." He said, "So I'm going to let you rest for a few minutes, and then we'll bring you back in and we'll try and finish." At that point, they were about 90% through, and he had to turn the laser up quite a bit from what he normally has to use. So I'm not sure why, or it's just me being me. And I said to him, "I'm sorry, I didn't probably warn you that most medical things with me are weird. So I apologized for that, but and he just kind of laughed. But it is true. A lot of the things that I've had in my medical history have been just a little strange. And so it's not unusual for me, but it was for him, and he was confused, and well, not really confused. He couldn't figure out why it wasn't working as quickly as it should have, and he at one point said, "This is the toughest one he's ever had," kind of thing. Him and his nurse were talking back and forth, and he had the machine. Now I don't know what it means, but a 2.46 is what he had turned his laser machine up to. So I don't know what that means, but it was quite high for what normally they would do. And he kept having to beep, 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 beep. It's not really a beep, it's kind of a poop, poop, poop kind of noise. Over and over in the same spot. And it's hard because you're sitting at those. If you've ever been to get your eyes tested, most of us have, there's the machine that you sit in front of and you move forward to, and they do the testing. And especially if you've done pressure tests and things, in the modern day they've got the machines and things like that they can look into your eyes and stuff. And so they use one of those, but it's also equipped with a laser on it, so they can line it up, and you've got a little cross of some sort or something. Anyway, and then they can hit a button over and over again to make the laser cut into your eye in a sort of a pinpoint. Anyway, it didn't hurt while they were doing it, because of course I'm frozen, and they have a disc thing that they put so that it holds your eye open. But you have to look to the left, keep your head straight, look to the left, so that you could get a proper view of where he needed to put the thing. And then, he at one point he actually had to move my head back because I had moved. You automatically, when you feel pain, you move away from it, right? And I didn't realize I had done that, and so he kind of moved my head back. But I had already been sitting there for probably 3 or 4 minutes at that stage, and I think it went longer than 5 minutes. I just don't know, because I don't know exactly when I went into the office. I don't know kind of when I came back out again, sit in the hall, then go back in later. It still took quite a bit, but he did get through, and then he had to drill a few more times, puff a few more times, and to get the hole just a little bit bigger, so that he was sure that it was actually going to be releasing the pressure in there. And but he said You know, then you wait for 15 minutes and you get your eye pressure tested and to make sure that it's coming down. But he said yours is going to be high. So I told the girl that before she tested me, but she still had to contact them and let them know that it was at a certain point. And the nurse just said, well, we know, and I'm booked tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning for the doctor's office to go and get this done. Pardon me. Then we have to go and get a prescription filled, because there's a prescription that you get that helps to prevent any infections and helps it to heal a little quicker and helps the whole thing. So I have to go and get that done. I asked them if it was okay if we left it until tomorrow, because we're staying at the Grey Eagle. It's called the Grey Eagle Casino and Resort, and there's no shopping between here and where we were at the Rocky View Hospital, and on the way to the doctor's office, there's really nowhere for us to stop and get a prescription either. So we'll go in first thing in the morning. We have to get up at like 7 and head over there, and then we're going to go and we'll find some place and we'll get the prescription filled, and then I think we're going to Flying J after that, aren't we? I think so, yeah. So we got to pick up a few groceries, then we're going to go to Flying J. We still haven't done our bills. Like today is bill paying day for us, and we still haven't done them because we just couldn't. It was just too much. So I went and tried to have a little lay down, and it hurt more having my eye closed than it does having it open. So here I am. We had supper already, and it was good. We just had hot dogs. We were keeping it pretty simple today, and the dog had kind of leftovers from yesterday from us. But yeah, so it's going to be probably an early night for me tonight, just because, well, I can't go before 9 o'clock, or much before 9, because that's my last sort of series of meds. I have a really nice chart, really nifty chart that I put together for all my meds with the times and everything, because right now I'm just looking over at my med thing, I have 1, 2, 3 bottles over there that are drops for my eyes. One of them is for both eyes, the other are for the one eye. I have a pill that I cut in half and take 4 times a day, a half a pill, and that's also for this eye. And then I have my high blood pressure pill, and I have my puffer, my COPD puffer that I do twice a day. Now, once we fill this prescription, I have one more thing that I have to add, and I have to do it 4 times a day. It's a drop in this eye, 4 times a day. And I'm going to put it in at the same time as I do the half pill, because it's also 4 times a day. So it just makes it easier to do it. Because then the times are already figured out. I don't have to try and, oh well, I better take that an hour later or whatever. I'll just do it as a group. Because the reason for taking it is different. So anyway, yeah, so I've got all those meds sitting over there, and I'm a person, I don't like meds. I don't like pills. I don't like, so yeah. But I finally did, pardon me, break down, and I took some Tylenol. And that helped with the soreness in my eye and kind of the headache that I had. And so yeah, so it's a struggle for me. I do the meds because I'm supposed to. I mean, I know it's helpful and all the rest, so I do them. But it is a struggle, which is why I put them on a chart. And that way I remember, I know that at this time I've got something that I need to do. And I look on my chart and I go, oh, okay, this is what I have to do on that chart. So and I make, I've got like sort of 5 days on one sheet, so I can just, and check boxes, and yeah. It's very organized because that's who I am. So I've got it all organized, and that way I do it, keep it. I also take Claritin in the morning, and usually what I do is I buy a box of 30, and I take the box of 30 every day. I take one, and that helps, yeah, in this dryness. I never needed them when I was back east, but out here I do. And it's the dry air and everything, it just causes me breathing problems and problems. So I take the Claritin and it helps. It doesn't clear it right up, but it does help. And so I take one box, and that's a month. And then I don't take them for another month. And then I get another box if I need it. Because I just really, I don't like sticking all these meds into my system, but, you know, if it's a necessity, it's a necessity. My eyes are important to me, my blood pressure is important to me. You know, things like this are important to me. It's important that I'm able to breathe properly, so that the COPD puffer is important. And, you know, they're all things that are important, so I do them, like it or not. And that's kind of what life is. It's full of things that you do because it's good for you, even if you don't like it. So, you know, but anyway, yeah, so that was my day. This morning wasn't too bad. I mean, we basically sat around, we chatted a little bit, things like that. We have to go online and do some research on an idea that Gary got this morning. He was told about something, and, you know, so the suggestion was, go check it out. So we're going to. I won't say what it is right now. If it's something that we are able to do or able to get into, then we'll tell people about it. But right now, we're just not going to. So yeah, so I think I'll leave this. It's short, but, you know, that's about what I wanted to say is, you know, my eyes, it wasn't really surgery, but my eye, it was successful today, finally. But it was a problem. I'm a problem child. Oh well. You know, but yeah, so we'll see how things go tomorrow. I hope I go in and he looks at it and says, yes, this is looking good. And then I'm booked back to see him in July, on the 8th of July. So it'll be a month and a little bit to do a follow-up after this. And then we'll see what goes on with the operation part, which will be the cataracts and all the other stuff they have to do with this eye. They're concentrating, like I said before, on this eye because it's the worst. And then we'll see what they do, if anything, on this eye, because they may not want to do anything right now. It may be fine. It's seeing quite good. The pressure in it is quite good. So, yeah, the pressure in this one is quite normal. The glaucoma is really under control with this one. And it's only getting the one type of drop. But this one over here, this is a sorry condition. Anyway, so I'm going to go and figure out, I don't know what I want to do this evening. I don't really want to strain my eyes, so I've got to figure something out. I'll get bored. But yeah, so I will talk again whenever I can. I'm going to, once we get to the Flying J, I'm going to try and upload a video each day. We're still working on the idea of getting our own generator, so that we can have our own internet. But right now we just can't have our own internet because the power that we have, the solar system, isn't powerful enough for the internet, for our internet modem and things. We did try, and it's just not powerful enough. It cannot move the solar panel, or not solar panel, the satellite panel. It can't move it, and it has to be able to move to find the satellite. So it just doesn't have the power to do it. So that's okay. We'll you know, tally ho. We'll keep going, and Yeah, life is okay. Life is okay. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's okay. We're doing what we can, and getting by with what we got. So you take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you when I get back.